we go. This is RECOIL. The world is now game. This is a app-based laser tag system that can be purchased. These came out in August of 2017, and this is very early on in its release. But regardless, just give you an idea of where this is coming from, because updates and changes and things can happen later on, so I want you to be aware of that up front. Also, I want you to be aware of the fact that all of the equipment that you'll see that's featured in this has been purchased by the players. We weren't supplied anything for free, we aren't sponsored or things like that. All of the stuff that you'll see is stuff that we personally have gone out of our way to purchase, so that way we can review this, check it out, and give you guys as unbiased of opinion as possible. We're also hoping to give you as experienced of a review as possible. Some of us have been playing this type of laser tag for upwards of 20 years and have been doing it in large numbers with multitudes of different types of systems there. So our experience, not to brag, but our experience with laser tag should speak for something in the opinions and the insight that we're going to give to this system and our impressions of it, how things are working, how it could be different, how things could be fixed, stuff like that. But hopefully this review is incredibly helpful to you guys, to give you as unbiased and just kind of as honest of a review as possible. We didn't just open up a box in our basement, shoot our friend a couple times, and call it good. This is actually going out into parks, going out into the woods, and checking to see what the system is actually like to play. And we've got a 2-on-2 game that we did one night, and a 3-on-3 game that we did with another. Different folks, different opinions, but all the same system, and all guys that have had at least 5 or 10 years worth of laser tag experience, some of us even longer than that. So thank you for checking out this review. I'll let the rest of things go for it. I had to edit out over an hour's worth of GoPro footage and video footage and pictures and all that to try and condense this down to make it halfway. I mean, you don't need to sit through a half-hour review of us rambling on in somebody's basement. You want to see how this works, you want to hear opinions from guys that actually play laser tag. This is your review, so thanks. Essentially, you need to get at least a starter system to get started with using this type of laser tag system. First of all, the starter system does include this. This is a Wi-Fi router that connects you to the game. Even if you have your own Wi-Fi at home and you're within range of it, you won't be able to connect your blasters without having the RECOIL Wi-Fi router. It has a range of about 250 feet radius from the middle of it, so maximum range should be about 500 feet. Then you need to load the app onto a smartphone, or in this case I did it on an iPad, so it's easier for you guys to see. Then you would take that smartphone and connect it to a cradle attachment here on the side, which I have off just for demonstration purposes. You can load it onto either side, so whether you're left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't matter, because there's a Bluetooth connection from this gun to here, then a Wi-Fi connection from here to here, so everything is very reliant on the smartphone. All the blasters have to have a connection to a smartphone via Bluetooth, and then all of the smartphones need to be connected to the Wi-Fi hub here. So there's a lot going on with this system, but what you get from this is a lot of extended play that previous laser tag systems haven't been able to deliver, like essentially wireless attacks outside of the range of these blasters. You can do things like airstrikes and radiation attacks, and pick up ammo and extra health and heal other players with even with them just using a mobile device. Actually, part of the reason I like having this on the iPad is you can have players that don't have to have a blaster still join in the game, and having this larger display is really nice for folks that all they'd have is an iPad to work off of, or just a tablet in general, because the display is larger. You get a radar screen on here as you're playing. It's just easier to use if this is the only thing that you're using. So for medic type players that you could possibly have with the system, kind of nice to have that. So even if you just have a blaster, you need a phone to connect. I can't just throw another blaster out there and start running tests. I need a second smartphone or other device. And then they all need to be within range and connected to this RECOIL Wi-Fi hub. Alright, so we're just going to try one more team match, but it's on 10 hits, 10 kills to win, as opposed to a time game. I'm out. That didn't take long. And I respawned here for some reason. Let's get him with a radiation strike.
Select player to target. Enemy hit. Enemy hit. Target hit.
Yeah, you should have moved then.
Yeah.
No,
it respawned me in place. You too?
It respawned me in place while you were still firing at me before I had a chance.
Did you guys, when you guys died, did you have to go all the way back?
Yep. I respawned there 4 times.
I respawned there and up there.
Before I had a chance to move during the fire, while you two were shooting at me, it respawned me, killed me, respawned me, killed me, respawned me, killed me, respawned me, killed me. If I was anywhere...
Alright, power down the gear for now.
Yeah. Save battery on your phone?
Yeah, right. I'm down to 57% after what? 2 hours of, 2 hours of gameplay.
2 hours of constant gameplay.
That's not bad.
Behind enemy lines with multiple threats.
Out of range from the hub already. I'm gonna reconnect. Green light's on. I'm connected to the recoil. You guys good? All right.
Get ready, trooper. The battle's about to begin.
I'm gonna take some cover behind the only tree over here. Out of range from hub. Whoa. I had it for a second. Same thing with you? Follow my compass to respawn point. I get to use my compass to go to the respawn point, but I can't see my compass. Brilliant. I've respawned, so that's working. I wish I could see my health or radar or ammo or anything other than this disconnected screen.
So I think what's happening with this disconnector from hub is first it gets a message that says it can't find the hub, like it's lost line of sight, so move closer. So what I think happens is if that times out within like 5 seconds, I think, or maybe 3, it shows another overlay that says you've been disconnected, but you haven't actually been disconnected. It's just a software where they should have an interrupt that's waiting to be reconnected to the hub or see it again, then show the disconnected if it's been a suitable amount of time. 5 seconds or 3 seconds is not enough time to actually detect whether you have actually lost connection, especially when the phone has full bars and everything is fine. I think it's just a software issue. I don't think there's anything wrong because I could actually interact with my UI on my phone. I just couldn't see it because there was an overlay covering it.
Right.
Another thing that every overlay should have a close window from a UI's perspective, so that you can just abort that stuff. So that, hey, if everything's working on the phone, hit the X and close that overlay. I mean, let's close it because, like I said,
because when it's just stuck there,
I could hear the buttons beeping when I press, but I couldn't see.
That was something that we made a comment on the last time we did a game. Remember we said like we wished that when you were in the respawn area, you could click when you respawned. Yeah. So that way, if your respawn area was hot, if there were people around it, you could like move off to, instead of it just deciding when, because sometimes my respawn was behind the tree, sometimes my respawn was close to where you were kind of camping on the ledge there, and it's like I'm in the middle of open space and Brandon is still down the path for me, so the second I'm in harm's way. I would like to be able to determine when I come back in. That's a great point. All right, it's up, everybody join.
I'm in. No recoil. Waiting for host, start map. Battle by choosing your starting position.
Instead of going to a location, you're on a timer for respawns.
That actually sounds like this might be
see?
A lot better. I found out that it doesn't depend on the ready signal for your respawn. It's where you end at the end of that 5-second countdown.
Right.
Enemy killed. Enemy spotted. Incoming and follow your compass to respawn point.
This is working better. Yeah. When I got out of Wi-Fi range this time, it showed the graphic. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have this on the rest of the freaking game. And then when I got back in range, it was fine. I experienced like 0 glitches outside of actually getting out of Wi-Fi range, which wasn't a glitch. That's
all my problems were purely like the way the software works.
Yeah, I had a lot of audio glitches. Yes.
Hey,
I had
audio
the
was real
repeating
bad,
gunfire
yeah.
for a while.
Oh my gosh, that was I guess that was the one glitch I had, is like, I'm so glad I didn't have headphones in, because if I did, I would have heard in my ear like the whole time.
Can you even hear it?
No, I can
My
hear
volume's all the way up.
I can hear the trigger of your gun louder
Yeah, that's-
than I can hear the actual.
I can actually hear it through the headphones.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why the headphones are highly recommended.
On my iPhone, it is fine without headphones, and I actually prefer that.
Even out the.
Listen to that.
I have to max out the volume to do it, but you can hear it fine.
I mean, I could.
Quick version, final verdict. The equipment is great. I love the designs, the ergonomics, all that stuff. Everyone kind of agrees on that. The equipment themselves, the guns and the rifle, pretty nice. I am still bothered by the fact that this guy is a adjustable sight, and yet it won't adjust over this way the way it needs to. It should come out of the box already lined up, and it shouldn't need to be adjusted because these optics should already be dead on, so just fix them in place. But our main problems this whole test stemmed from the app, from the phone, from glitches in there with GPS locations, with respawns, especially respawns all over the place. What do you guys think, first of all?
It was good, at least for me. If it wasn't for the disconnection from the box,
Right.
you know, it'd be a lot more fun. But not being able to see and only having the
The glitch there.
yeah.
How was the blaster?
The blaster was good. It felt a little bit askew with the phone attached to it. So
Yeah, it's a little side heavy.
yeah. But for the most part,
Aiming and range and hitting and all that stuff seemed good.
yeah, it was just fine. I mean, I used the iron sights and sat there
Cool.
pegging.
Ted, you're
I like it. I'm a software developer. I'm a hobby game developer. Like, I see all the flaws and everything, and it sucks because I really just want to get in there and fix them all. But everything I experienced tonight was all software related, so I have hope that they'll fix it. I liked what I played. Wish there were way more options with being able to turn off reloads in the main skirmish, being able to set death times, all that stuff, so that we can like get this the way that we're used to playing. Like, I'm not used to dying in like not even 10 seconds, like 2 seconds, like time to kill is like Call of Duty, and that's in the real world that doesn't work, especially with a 10-second timer to respawn. I should be able to walk somewhere behind a tree, not just, you know, have to go.
By the time it almost
nowhere.
makes you live by your respawn area.
Yeah.
Because you're out that fast.
Yeah, exactly.
So have some kind of maybe health augmentation, not so much that's set 100%, but that we can adjust.
Yeah, exactly. And I also wish there was a visual indicator when you were hitting somebody, like the screen flashes red or something. It kind of vibrates a little bit when you hit people, but you can't tell because the gun's vibrating in your hand too. Some actual, like when I'm like aiming and I'm hitting somebody, something visual for me to see that I'm getting those hits in, especially with the volume issues on Android.
I had a number of app glitches, so I ran out of ammo. My phone sat on 1:47 left in the match, and sat on 0-0, and sat on 147, and it spun for the crate indicator. So I took the time to sneak up on them. It flipped down to 53 seconds, reloaded me ammo, and started me in again. It just, for a minute, it did absolutely nothing, didn't give me any ammo, anything else, and I have no idea what happened or why, but that was a minute of play where I was just like, I gotta wander around.
I will take 1 point off for this system right off the bat. When I first went to go choose a player name, I was going to use my original handle of Bazookafied, and I got Bazookafi. I couldn't get the D on the end.
I think observation as long as it gets, because otherwise it'll...
I need the D? What's that supposed to mean? Did you just airstrike him? Tin Man! What are you doing? Died 16 times on me, man. Need some oil in your joints?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I just need not everybody surrounding me and shooting me all the time.
That's what you have legs for! You run! Die once and run! You're with me? Yeah, shorts versus pants, man. I can't believe you edged me out at the very end. That's what I get for giving you a rifle.